Good morning, magandang umaga po. I just have a quick announcement to make, just an update as to what I broadcasted yesterday regarding this new restriction. There is no news yet from the Philippine Immigration Office. As usual, they're late. But this is another article that I read this morning. Okay, so hang loose, stay with me. I was going through the internet and I saw another announcement, this time coming from Rappler.com. And let's read this and let's analyze and take a look at it, although I still have not received anything or heard anything from the Bureau of Immigration. The latest travel restriction will be implemented from March 20 to April 19. So that's a different date. It used to be March 18, now it's March 20, 2 days delayed to April 19. The Philippine government has temporarily suspended the entry of foreign nationals, of which Filipinos are also foreign national, okay? I'm talking about former Filipinos, not the pure Filipino, meaning never became a U.S. citizen. They're still Filipinos. This is foreign nationals, meaning Filipinos who became U.S. citizens. They're also foreign nationals. And returning Filipinos, so these are the so-called balikbayan, who are not overseas Filipino worker, amid the rising cases of COVID-19 in the country. In a memorandum circular dated Tuesday, March 16, the National Task Force Against COVID-19 directed all concerned agencies to implement the travel restriction from March 20 to April 19. So I don't know which one is which. This came later than the one I announced earlier. So hopefully this is more accurate. The following are exempted from the ban. What's this? Holders of 9C visas, these are Philippine seamen, medical repatriation and their escorts duly endorsed by the Department of Foreign Affairs Office of the Undersecretary of Migrant Workers or the Overseas Foreign Welfare Administration, OWA. Distressed ROF returning overseas Filipino duly endorsed by DFA, emergency humanitarian and other analogous cases approved by NTF, COVID-19. The Philippine government earlier announced it would be imposing a cap on the international arrivals to a maximum of 1,500 passengers per day. Now this one says March 18 to April 19, and this is on the same article. All right? So I don't know if it's 19 or 20 yet. So the way I see this is that everybody, including Filipino citizens and dual citizens and balikbayans and foreign tourists, foreign nationals, are all banned, okay? And the only one who is exempt are the seamen with 9C visa and OFWs. This is terrible, meaning Filipinos, let's say you're touring the United States or England or Europe or whatever, you get stuck there because they closed the airport. And even the OFWs, there will be a limit of 1,500. So if all of a sudden all OFWs wanted to go home and you miss the 1,500 limit, you have to wait another day. You know, I'm getting a lot of bad feedback from my viewers, and they're really very negative about the Philippine government. What I would suggest is this. And you should have some statistics. You're getting all these migrants, all these Filipino all these foreigners coming from overseas, quarantining them, testing them. Give them the statistics. Of the last statistic I have is 2019. 2 million people came through the Philippines. Okay? In 2019, 2 million. That's about 550,000 a day. All right? Of those people who were tested and who went quarantine, how many became infected with virus? That's what I want to know. And that's, I think, what you should know. And that, I think, is what you should publish to let people know. Because people are saying, all you're doing here is money. You're not after protecting the people of the Philippines. Another statistic is, of the so many thousands of people who died or infected, how many came from overseas? How many came from overseas, or were they locals who became infected? See, you're trying to screen and trying to filter out the foreigners, not only foreigners, even local Filipino people coming from overseas. You're trying to filter them out. Why? Are they the ones causing this? Because if the statistic shows that, oh gee, it's coming from these foreign people, people from overseas, or Filipino people, who went out and came back with a disease, I can understand, and I'm sure people will understand. But without that statistic, you cannot really blame them for thinking this is all money motivated. Oh, why do you need 7-day quarantine? Why do you need testing? Why can't we not test before we board the plane from where we came from and then accept the certificate? Why? Because you want to make money in the Philippines. That is the problem. There is credibility issue. Credibility issue. So my suggestion is for you to take a look at this whole thing and say, okay, from now on we will accept a test before you boarded the plane, then you'll be accepted. If you need to quarantine, fine, quarantine. But now, let me ask you this. How come you're not controlling these hotels? Some hotels are saying that husband and wife who travel together, on the plane together, when they come to the hotel, they need to get 2 rooms instead of 1. Why is that? Doesn't make sense. If they're infected, if they tested they're infected, of course, they need to be separated. But the testing is just a precautionary thing. You don't know whether they're infected or not. Why are you punishing them? Why require 2 rooms? I don't even know if the government knows that this is happening, but there are some hotels who are saying you should stay in 2 different rooms. That should be controlled by the government, and the government should be the one to dictate that, not the hotels. So, that's my input on that, my nickel opinion, and take it or leave it. But I would really suggest to increase your credibility that you do that thing before you implement something like this, because it's really terrible what's happening. Terrible. Now Filipinos, even Filipinos, if you're not an overseas foreign worker, at least according to this, okay, I have not seen the immigration's official pronouncement yet, but this is shocking to me. To me, it's very shocking. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do share it with your friends and relatives, and I'll appreciate it if you click like down below if you like it, even if you don't. And please do subscribe to my channel unless you have already done so. Thanks a lot, and make it a great day. God bless.